All right, so I'm pretty sure we've all been asked the age-old question in the cycling world of if we've had a bike fit. I myself have never had a bike fit and haven't really thought of having one. I know lots of people have told me I should get one and my fit's not great, and you know, I guess you could be right, but I haven't had any pains. However, people say to optimize your cycling performance, you should get a bike fit. So today we are doing that. We are going up to get a bike fit with Neill Stanbury. Now, Neill Stanbury is said to be one of the best, if not the best, cycling bike fitter in Australia. So Cam Nichols has been an absolute legend of a bloke and has organised a bike fit with Neill. So I'm heading up to have a bike fit with Neill. There's going to be a few little videos throughout. It's going to be mainly focused on a post-fit video, as Road Cycling Academy, which Neill and Cam run, will be posting a video on their channel of the fit.
Max has come in for a fit because he's absolutely crippled with pain and he needs my help. How flexible are you, Max?
Very flexible.
What? What are you, an ex-dancer or something? Split shot that we've got will show the little bit of asymmetry in the foot plant, and what's going on there is as you're internally rotating your right foot, that's a symptom of dropping your right hip forward 29 mil higher. So yeah, let's call it 3 centimeters max.
Yeah, it definitely feels quite different. I feel like I'm extending my leg. Obviously I am a lot more.
Yeah, see, from the left, the seat still looks about 3 millimeters too low, and from the right, it looks almost perfect. So a good indicator that your left leg is actually longer than your right. 860, yeah, like that's a lot. Okay, so your glute engagement is much more symmetrical with the shim there, and there's no obliquity in your pelvis anymore at all. That looks pretty neat from behind. The leg extension looks very, very, very even like that as well. Yeah, see, now there's no suggestion that that right leg is doing something different to the left. It just looks absolutely even. Can you tell the difference between 4 and 5 millimeters? No.
No, I don't think so.
Cool. I can at least. The last thing I'm gonna get you to do is work hard for a couple of minutes. So what we're going to do is increase the load, just bring it up to like a FTP style load, just do it by feel. Don't worry about holding a specific number or anything. And just hold it for a couple of minutes. With 2 degrees of heel wedging in, hopefully this will show up on the video, but he is much more square under that heavier load. That's it, 2 degrees of wedging. Wow, that's really good.
All right, good morning and welcome back to another vlog. This is going to be about my bike fit. So if you've already watched the introduction to this video or the first few minutes, it talks about my bike fit and how I went and saw Neill Stanbury. So I'm just off at the minute to do a map social ride. I was going to do a big ride today, but honestly feeling a little bit under the weather, so I've got thermal base layer on and a jacket and a long sleeve jersey because I just don't want to get any sicker. Yeah, so we're off to do a social with the Map Sydney crew, and I'll dive into the details of what's happened since I got my bike fit, how I'm feeling on the bike, and how much my FTP's increased. It's been astronomically changed and the bike fit has been superb so far. So I'll dive into some of those details and we can talk about that, but there'll be a little bit of footage from this ride as well chucked in over the top, just so you don't get bored. yeah, I didn't really talk much when I was doing that ride, but the bike fit has been astronomically better. My FTP has gone up by 26 watts according to Intervals ICU. So Intervals ICU is a little online like data portal where you can input your Strava details and it'll tell you how you've been performing over the last 84 days and 42 days. And based on my Brooklyn effort last week or a week and a half ago, I did 410 watts for 10 minutes and that gave me an estimated FTP of 366. So since my bike fit, it's gone up 26 watts and my 10-minute effort has gone up by, I think, 50 watts or something. 8 minutes gone up, 30-minute power PB has gone up. I had the bike fit pre-Tour de Brisbane, so I got a 30-minute power PB there. And I just feel way more dialed in. You can watch Neill's video to see what actually happened and what he did in my bike fit, but we went up 30 millimeters on the seat, and then we went forward 25 mil, and I've got a 5 millimeter shim under my shoe, and then a heel lift as well. So it's a lot of changes, and he also basically told me that one, my bike could be a little bit too small for me, and two, I need to get new bars. So I'm in the market for new bars, but if you were ever skeptical on a bike fit, which I thought they were a myth and didn't do anything, even if you feel dialed in and you've never gotten one and you feel good, I mean, I didn't have any pain, but just optimizing your fit seems to be a huge change. So shout out to Neill for helping me out here, and I'm stoked with the results. I'll try and get a video of my fit just so you guys can see from a side-on view, but yes, crazy the difference it's made so far. So my mate Nick took some footage of me just going around Centennial Park on the side. Pretty hard to kind of tell what the fit looks like from that, but essentially I'm way more outstretched and way more forward on the bike, and the watt output is insane. Like, I thought I was relatively strong before, like I was alright, but my watts have just increased heaps. And pushing, say, 300 watts at 89 kilos now doesn't feel anywhere near as hard, especially when I'm in Sphinx position. I feel way more tucked and feel like I can put out watts for longer. Obviously that's a combination of I've been training quite hard recently, but fit has definitely done a world of difference. I'm also absolutely loving the bonds. So I got the Vapor SLs, so much comfier than my Shimano's. My Shimano's were too narrow for my feet, so I got a wide pair of Vapor SLs. I mean, I can't compare them to the wide Shimano's, but I think from power transfer aspect and the stiffness of the bonds, they're insane. I didn't even put them in the oven and they feel so good. And Neill actually said that these shoes are way better for my foot because I have a very wide foot, so that could also be helping. But yeah, I went in on a bike fit because my foot was starting to look like a granny's foot, and my big toe was trying to go play tag with my little toe. Turns out that that's actually from obviously shoes that are too narrow for my foot, and also from no arch support. So if you have no arch support, which my Shimano's didn't, and I rode in them for a year and a half, that causes bunions. So I was essentially getting a bunion, and I didn't want it to be so bad that I have to go and get surgery. So first thing was buy new shoes and get a fit to combat the issue. If you're on the fence about getting a fit, I would say what I've seen from getting a fit is you can't fold them. You might feel good on the bike and you might not get any pain, but the fit will optimize your positioning on the bike and you'll be able to put out more watts. Probably should have got one earlier. I've ridden for a year and a half, haven't gotten one. And I feel like so many people are in that boat where they go, I don't need a fit. But man, I would highly suggest it. So if you're on the fence, get a bike fit. Anyway, thanks for watching and catch you in the next vid.